Well, welcome to week one of New Testament Exposition 1. I'm Dr. Brian Tucker, and I've designed this course to allow you to quickly become oriented to the contents and context of the New Testament. In this first week, you will study the political and religious background of the New Testament. These two are not separate domains as they are in our contemporary context, but we'll separate them out for pedagogical purposes. The New Testament did not develop in a vacuum, but formed in the context of the first century Mediterranean cultural values, as expressed through the power of the Roman Empire. After a brief discussion about exactly what is the New Testament, we will cover a series of important dates that impinge on the interpretation of the New Testament. These dates span the time from the fall of the northern kingdom of Israel up through to the end of the first century of our era. We'll cover key Hellenistic cities and Roman colonies that are part of the larger drama of the New Testament. Next, we'll highlight the Second Temple Jewish sources, many of which provide ideological resources for the various New Testament authors, Greco-Roman moral philosophy and Jewish religious traditions that will be overviewed in such a way to make clear the everyday experience of those who were part of the earliest Jesus movement and its expansion into the Christ movement. After the ancient context has been set, we'll turn our attention to the first important methodological issue that is relevant for this course: contemporary research on the historical Jesus. Here you'll be introduced to the first through the third quest for the historical Jesus, and then we'll conclude with the assessment of the criteria of authenticity as they are used in historical Jesus studies. As you begin your studies, make sure you pay particular attention to this week's study questions. These provide a keen roadmap for your studies and later assessments in this course. As you do your reading in your textbook for this week, pages 58 through 99 and 102 to 35, you'll notice places where I'll follow closely with the book and other places where I'll divert a bit. However, the course will stay quite close to the cradle, the cross, and the crown. When I divert, I'll provide references for you that you can locate works in the view for your own personal ministry. References are provided in the course recommended book list and also in the bibliography in each week. Each week you'll have a narrated video which walks you through a PowerPoint that's been prepared for the week's lesson. There's a script provided as well and provides a transcript of the lesson for study purposes. As you prepare for this week's assignment, you'll be in a discussion board. The first assignment asks you to introduce yourself to the class. The second and third assignments are questions that ask you to apply what you've learned. Oftentimes you'll have to do further research to answer these questions fully. But you want to answer them concisely because you're limited to 150 words per post. This week's questions deal with 1. Greco-Roman mystery cults as a context for understanding the New Testament, and 2. Roman moral philosophers from the first century through the continued relevance for your understanding of the New Testament. You should post your answer to each question, and then after you've done that, read the responses of other students and write posts to at least 2 of them. I hope you enjoy the first week of your New Testament studies and look forward to sharing with you both the content and the context of the New Testament.